In 1943, during the height of World War II, an American B-24 bomber known as Lady Be Good took off from its base in Libya for its very first combat mission over Naples, Italy. It was supposed to be a routine bombing run, but fate had other plans. The plane and its 9-man crew vanished into the night skies and were never heard from again. No distress calls, no signals, nothing but silence. For 15 years, the Lady Be Good was a ghost story among airmen, a symbol of wartime mysteries that swallowed men whole. Then, in 1958, a British oil survey team flying over the Libyan Desert spotted something unusual glinting under the scorching sun: wreckage. When investigators arrived, they discovered the unbelievable. The missing bomber had been sitting in the desert sands for over a decade, perfectly preserved by the dry heat. The radio was still functional, the guns still loaded, and food and water supplies still intact, as if the crew had simply stepped out for a moment. But the plane was empty. The crew's parachutes were gone, leaving behind an eerie silence that begged one question: where were the men? Soon, the answer began to surface in fragments. Human remains were discovered, scattered across the desert, but not near the aircraft. Diaries found alongside the bones revealed a haunting tale of survival. The men, believing they were over the Mediterranean when they bailed out, had drifted into the endless sea of sand instead. Believing civilization was just miles away, they walked north through brutal heat and freezing nights, carrying only canteens and rations. Their notes described unbearable thirst, hallucinations, exhaustion, and comrades collapsing one by one, unable to continue. The last entries were heartbreaking, written with fading strength as the desert claimed them. Their bodies were found as far as 80 miles from the crash site, proof of their desperate struggle against nature. But the mystery did not end there. Experts were baffled by how a modern bomber could go so far off course and why the crew had not realized they were flying over land instead of water. Some claimed sandstorms and navigation errors played a role. Others whispered about equipment failures or even supernatural forces, feeding into decades of speculation. To this day, the Lady Be Good stands as one of aviation's most chilling mysteries, a ghost plane frozen in time, its crew forever remembered for their tragic final march across the desert. It is a haunting reminder that sometimes, in war, the most terrifying enemy isn't gunfire or bombs, it's the silence of the unknown, waiting in the shadows.